How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
My first question is for you. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Vahid Bazzaz, and according to my educational background, I did my bachelor degree in architecture in north of Iran for 4 years. And after that, after my graduation, based on my favorite, which was in execution and construction management, I was trying to find a job in this field, and I've done more than 3 years work experience in the companies, different companies actually. And after that, I really like to get more skills and be a bit more advanced in, in construction sort of things. That's why I try to come to Australia and pursue my Master of Civil Engineering in University of Wollongong. That's exactly what I'm doing still. And according to my working experience characteristics, I want to divide it actually into different ways. How I deal with workers who work with me, and how I deal with my boss as an employer. So as an employee, I'm very responsible and strict person in my duties, what I have to do, and how I satisfy my boss requirements, and I'm so strict in my time management. And also, in another hand, as a boss actually, for who's working with me, I'm a very strict boss who's so responsible on the people's duty. I'm coordinating them very carefully, and I really the very important things for me is the efficiency of the project that I'm handling with, and as well as I'm very I have so friendly communication in both ways with both people.
Well, my next question is for you, Mr. Bazzaz. Can you describe a time where you had to work in a diverse team, and also what challenges did you face and how did you overcome them?
So, as you probably know, the type of actually construction project management is working with diverse people in terms of the culture, the type of skills, whether it's electricians or the subcontractors or the builders, and etc. So it's very diverse kind of job actually. So I've been facing with diverse environments and diverse challenges. So for one of the toughest actually project I've done in my entire working experience life, it was the renovation of the community center in north of Iran, and it was so restricted in time duration, which was within 3 months, and the quality and importance of that project for a client was very considerable based on the commercial type of using that project afterwards. So actually the challenge was based on the being in the different area of my working environment. So I should deal with some other type of people in the totally diverse culture, and also very different type of job, like I mean about the suppliers and the workers and the services should be accomplished during that project. So what I've done to get overcome from this challenge was making very strict time management, and I allocated each duties with different people, as well as try to make a very friendly communication with them and encourage them, kind of getting a bit more wages if they do this job on time, and also use different people in different fields at the same time to get the better efficiency at the end of the day.
Well, My next question is for you. Can you please describe a time when you have used your technical competence to solve a problem which resulted in a positive or productive outcome?
Although studying in the in different fields, maybe it's not very interested for people, but in my point of view, for me, studying bachelor in architecture and coming for civil engineering and execution part was very interested and helpful in my job experiences. That's really highlighted in one of my projects when I've done in the coastal area of north of Iran, which was the complex. And what I've done there, what I've actually faced there, was the already designed part was totally accomplished with the designer, and that designer wasn't available anymore. So the design was fixed, but the site of that project changed, and it wasn't efficient for the client to get the new design for that project. So what I've done was I used my architecture skills to redesign that building based on the new site, and which could be 100% match with the new site, as well as to be attractive for the client to invest on it. So I've done this job with my skills in using 3D modelings and using my design, what I've learned in my bachelor, and the outcome was a very proper design as well as very qualified execution for the client, which helped me to get more project in the future based on what I've done on that project.
Okay, my last question is for you. Do you have any question for us?
So yeah, I have some questions that I was thinking about during this interview. The first thing is, how's your environment in your company? So because it's very important for me to know how should I deal with the workers, my co-workers, my colleagues in this company as a new employee. And my second question is, what's your facilities because of the location of your company, which is far from my the living area. So do you have any transportation things for this matter? And the last question is, do you have any training for the new employees in this company? Because I think it would be very helpful if I have 1, 2, or 3 days just to get used to these new circumstances in your company. Thank you very much.